place.
Look at Chloe go. Woohoo!
Well, biking is something Jenny and Ryan Levine never thought their little girl Chloe would do. But Chloe is beating the odds, 3 years old, thanks to a cord blood infusion.
Now, cord blood is the blood that remains in a baby's umbilical cord after the cord is cut at birth. Parents can choose to save and then preserve it for stem cells for use in medical treatments in the future.
Yeah, we're hearing more and more about cord blood. Preserving it can be expensive, but also parents can choose to donate it to help others. Jenny and Ryan Levine banked the cord blood when their daughter Chloe was born. She seemed perfectly healthy, but at 9 months old, the Levines noticed Chloe couldn't use her right hand or raise it above her head, and she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. The Levines are here now with Chloe, who's, as we said, 3 years old, and with more about how this cord blood changed your lives and Chloe's lives. Now, my first question to you guys was, so you had no reason to save the cord blood other than, because you didn't do it with your first daughter.
No, we didn't.
So what made you this time decide, oh, let's do it this time?
Well, at the time we were living in a state in Arizona where it's a state law that anybody treating for pregnancy has to let that person know that the option's available. So, and that all that meant was a brochure was given to me in that big packet of information.
To this. Yeah.
Actually smaller than that.
Yeah.
In the big packet of information that you get when you're expecting. And I was very vigilant about reading everything and anything. And we knew with our first daughter that that was an option, and we had chosen not to do it then and decided that since there was the option that it could treat both of them, being siblings, that we needed to do it.
Okay,
But
so
you had no
you made the
hereditary
decision,
things,
though.
nothing to worry
The
about.
pregnancy was fine. Everything was
Well,
okay.
I do have rough pregnancies, but every indication was that she was perfect. She was 4.5 weeks early, but she never went to the NICU. She came right home. She was perfect.
Came home healthy, but you paid to do this,
We
which
paid to do
we
it.
know can be rather expensive. Can you summarize that for us?
Well, through Cord Blood Registry, it's about $2,100. And that's a one-time fee, but that does include, it's $1,875 initially, and then $125 a year after that.
I bet it's the best $2,100 you've
my
ever
goodness.
spent.
What happened,
Yeah.
though? Advance us then to 9 months later after Chloe was
9
born.
months later, we began to notice signs like she wouldn't hold her bottle. Her little right hand was always in a very tight fist and very tight against her chest. I actually worried about breaking her fingers because they were so tight to clean her little hand. And so we took her to the doctor, and he said, oh, she's fine. She's choosing not to use that hand. You know, go home.
But
You're
mom
fine.
had a different instinct, huh?
I did. And at 12 months, I said, you need to do something.
So what did the doctor, Ryan, say to you guys, you know, when you were told that she had cerebral palsy? Did the cord blood
Immediately come up?
come up, or did you think,
No, it actually didn't come up at all at that point in time. It was a matter of the doctor telling us, hey, you guys are in for 18 years of therapy, and, you know, she's not going to be an Olympian, and you're just going to have to deal with this. And so we, you know, spent a lot of time getting through that and knowing that we're going to do what's best for our daughter, whatever that is. And it wasn't until later on, after seeing other doctors at the Children's Hospital, that we started talking about, well, is there a chance that we could do something with these stem cells?
And what happened then? What kind of procedure did she undergo with the stem cells?
Well, what it is, we traveled to Duke University, and the doctor there is reinfusing these little kids with their own cord blood stem cells, and that's something that we need to stress, that they have to be their own, and that's why it's so vitally important to bank your child's cord blood. But we were accepted into the study, and all it was an IV in the arm, and it took 15 minutes to infuse the stem cells themselves, and then she was on IV fluids for 4 hours afterwards.
so how's she doing
Amazing.
Well, as you can tell, you can't tell that she has any issue. She does still have a little bit of issue using her right hand, but I think it's mind over matter at this point.
now? So we're running out of time, but I want to ask you lastly, because there may be people out there considering this. Natalie,
you know what?
other
I
people that are
didn't do
pregnant.
it with my first
What
two.
would you say to couples out there?
To anybody out there expecting, grandparents, aunts, uncles, it's the ultimate act of love. It's the ultimate protection for your child. This is the future of medicine, and you have one opportunity. As studies evolve and science evolves, they're realizing now how vitally important it is to have that child's cord
And
blood.
you have to make the decision
And
when
you
you're
have to
pregnant.
make
You
the
have to
decision
do it
when
when
you're
they're born.
pregnant.
Yeah.
And these stem cells they found are different than other types of stem cells in the way they behave and help to fix the body.
What a
Why
success
not?
story. Thanks for
Yeah.
telling it to us.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
great
us.
story.
Chloe looks
Chloe,
great.
thanks for coming in, honey.
Thank you.
She's like, yeah,
It didn't affect her attitude.
I'm going to do it this time. Thanks for sharing your
Thanks,
story.
guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And we should mention cord blood has been used in more than 14,000 transplants worldwide during the last 20 years to treat nearly 80 serious diseases in both children and in adults.
I had no idea about this. Cord blood is showing great promise for treatment of juvenile diabetes, brain injury, heart disease, hearing loss, and as we've seen with Chloe, cerebral palsy. Who knew? It's
Yeah.
amazing. To learn more about cord blood banking and the cord blood registry, go to kdbr.com/everyday, and we've provided a link with more information.
Just wish it was paid for everyone, you know, but
I
maybe that
know.
day will come too.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're working on it too. Thanks.
Well,